Hey, Sub2ers, if you've ever wondered why that I always respond to the question, should I hire an answering service to take my calls for me? I always respond with the same answer. No, whenever possible, you should take your seller calls yourself. Always. That's where the money's made, guys. Um, you do whatever marketing that you're doing, whether it's mailing or cold calling and leaving messages, you spend time, you spend money. And if you generate leads, and if you've been in this business for a while, you know that that's the hard part here is generating leads, getting sellers to call you to find out what's going on and if you can make a deal. So if you're making that happen, you need to be on the phone with them when they call. I'm going to give you an example today of why you should always take your own calls. Give you a little background here. I moved to Colorado Springs in December of last year, December of 2019. And we rented a place here. Of course, didn't buy a house. I haven't owned a personal residence in over 10 years. But we rented a place here and actually got a postcard in the mail today from a local investor. I'll include a photo. So it's a nice card. Covers all the bases here. We want to buy your house in as is condition, close on the date of your choice. It's got no commissions, no fees, sell as is, any condition, no closing costs, close in as little as 48 hours. It's got all the standard stuff on it, and it was actually mailed to the homeowner, who in the tax records they still have uh, their address listed as this address. So I don't know if they're pulling list of just by neighborhood or by street or price range of home or what the situation is. But anyway, they've spent money on a mailing. This postcard here probably cost between 50 and 75 cents. And I don't know how many they sent, but they direct mail can be pretty expensive. So they've sent this thing out, and I went ahead and called the number and use the homeowner's number. I just, trying to, like I said, anytime I see bandit signs, that sort of thing, I usually make a call, try to make contact, try to get a good idea of the caliber of the local investors and, you know, just maybe make some contacts for the future. And I'll tell you, these guys have a website on here. I went to their website. It looks like it's a group of three guys that run this operation. And so I called, and I'm going to let you listen to the call. I want you to tell me what you think is wrong with it. So give it a listen.
Thank you for calling Holdings. How may I help you?
Yes, my name's Roger. I got a postcard from you guys, and I was just calling to see how this thing works with you buying our house.
Okay, so are you calling about a house you would like to sell?
Well, yeah, you guys sent me a card and said that y'all wanted to buy our house.
Okay, no problem. May I ask who's calling, please?
My name's Roger.
And your last name, Mr. Roger?
Uh,
How do you spell it?
P.
C-E-I-A.
That's right.
Roger is R-O-G-E-R. And may I please have your phone number in case we got disconnected?
Well, you can reach me at 719.
719.
Right.
And what is the property address?
In Colorado Springs. Yes.
And what is the zip code?
80922.
Can you please provide me with how many bedroom and bathroom does the house have?
Well, can you tell me what this is about? I mean, you guys sent me a card saying y'all wanted to buy the house.
Okay.
So I'm
I am not
assuming.
the person who's going to assist you. I'm collecting this information so Mr. Matthew can give you a call back
Okay.
as soon as he's back in the office, and he can go over everything with you. If you prefer to wait, it's okay. But if you want, you can provide me with the information because I need to ask you a few more things.
Okay. Well, so you're asking bedrooms and bathrooms. You guys want to buy the house
Yeah.
and you don't know anything about it? You don't even know bedrooms or bathrooms?
Sir, I am only the receptionist. Again,
Well,
if you wanna stop right here, I'm perfectly fine. You can stop right here.
well,
Anyways, I'm gonna send the message to him, and then you can. He's gonna ask you, and you guys can discuss it when he calls you back. Let's do that, okay?
so
Give me one
you
moment.
so you don't know anything about it.
No, sir. I am just a receptionist. I don't work in that area of the
Uh-huh.
of
Okay.
the
Okay.
of the business.
Uh-huh.
So I'm requesting a call back from him, okay?
Okay. Okay, so when will he call me back?
As soon as he's available, he's out of the office right now.
Uh-huh.
So as soon as he's back in the office, probably within the hour, he's gonna call you back. Okay?
Okay, so it'll be within the hour?
More or less, yeah.
Okay. All right, and who should I expect a call from?
Mr. Matthew.
Mr. Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that
His
his
name is Matthew.
what's his last name?
Give me one moment, sir. I don't have his last name. I only have his first name.
You he's your boss and okay. All right then. Well, I appreciate you.
Sir, he's not my boss.
You
He's one of the person who works in that department. He's
okay.
gonna call you back, okay? You
Okay.
can go over everything with him.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You're
Bye-bye.
very welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, so what was wrong with the call? Well, I mean, the lady answered after a couple of rings, no problem. She has a little bit of a foreign accent, not a problem for me, and probably not an issue for most people. And some people may be a little bit put off by that. And she immediately, I let her know that I'd received a card, and she started questioning me. She wanted to know my name, she wanted to know my address, my phone number, and then she started asking me specifics about the house. And when I did things, and you guys that are in the real world know that this happens, I started asking her, listen, I want to know what this is about. Can you tell me anything? She couldn't answer a single question for me. And in the end, she couldn't even tell me the last name of the guy that she works for, which I found a little bit unusual. And I'm especially nowadays, social media, everybody wants to check you out. They want to know who you are and all about you. Investors or scammers and that sort of thing. So let me just say this. Um, Kudos to these guys for making sure somebody answered the call. But if you're spending money on marketing, at least have the person answering the phone be able to answer some basic questions, like maybe what your last name is. A little bit about your business. I mean, something as basic as, when I ask the question, you guys sent me this card, you want to buy my house, you don't even know how many bedrooms and bathrooms I had. And I'll tell you, this is real world stuff because we reach out to sellers each and every day, and yeah, the majority of them probably won't answer that question, but some people will. And if you've gotten them to pick up the phone and make the call, at least be able to answer some basic questions. She could have said something as simple as, hey, Matthew buys houses in areas just like yours all over the city. And, he doesn't always know the specifics on the house. He more or less knows the type of house that he's looking for. And then just likes to talk to the homeowner when they call and get some specifics. Any type of answer other than I don't know. Anything is better than I don't know. But at least make sure that the person answering the phone for you can answer, what your name is, and any basic things like that. So, just a few ideas on what you need to be doing if you're spending money on mailing, bandit signs, doing that sort of thing. And I don't know what this mailing cost. I don't know how many of these cards they mailed out, but if they mailed out 1,000 of them, they probably spent 500, 750, $1,000. They probably mailed out more than that. They look to be a fairly decent sized operation here. I was a little bit surprised at how the call was handled. But anyway, so just make sure when your sellers are calling that if possible, you answer the phone. And if not, if you have to use a service or even an employee, that they're able to answer some basic questions for you. So you guys get out there and make some money.